Hello and thanks for joining me. I'm in the workshop today and I've got the T140 up on the workbench here because I'm going to change the brake pads. If you follow my channel, you'll know that last year I did a full service of the brake system. I stripped down the front brake caliper and the master cylinder, replaced all the seals and vastly improved the performance of the system. But when I got the back out on the road again, even though I could feel the brakes were working really well, I just felt that the brake pads didn't have sufficient bite to them. And so one thing that I've done with virtually all of my other bikes is change to using EBC HH-rated sintered pads. So that's what I'm going to do today. You'll see here I've got some EBC, the HH-rated sintered pads, and I'm just going to pop these in the front brake of the T140. I'm not going to change the pads in the rear brake. I'm perfectly happy with the performance of the rear brake. I just want that front brake to have a little bit more bite when I apply the lever. So this is a really simple job, but I'm sure if you're watching this channel actually, you know perfectly well how to change brake pads. But as I'm doing the job, thought I might as well record it, might be useful to somebody. Okay, let's get on with it. As I've recorded more videos in my workshop over the last few months, I've found through experience that the most important factor in getting decent video is lighting. So I've invested in some better studio type lighting, so hopefully you guys will be able to see what I'm doing very clearly, because to be frank, I'm almost dazzled by the lighting I've got here. So I'm just taking the chrome cover off the caliper, and then you can get to the pads, and you can see I'll move the camera around. The pads are just returned with a couple of split link. There you can see there's just these two split pins holding the pads in place, so I just need to straighten those out and pull them out. Might be difficult to do that without my hand getting in the way of the camera, but I'll give it a go. Right, that's the pins out, so now I can pull the pads out. A bit stiff those. I just need to squeeze the piston back a little bit. You can get away with just getting a screwdriver in here and levering it, but as I've got a piston spreading tool, might as well get it out. That's why I buy them, to use them. I only need a couple of turns on that just to loosen that up a little bit, and then I can pull those pads out. I probably need to push the piston back anyway to get the new pads in, because obviously the new pads will have more material on them. So these are the old pads. If I just hold that up to the camera there, hopefully that will focus. There we are. You can see there's actually loads of wear on those. They're virtually new pads. Right, get this packet open. Here's my new pads. Have a look at those. You can see there's sintered material on there, and if you look at the thickness, you can see the pads I've taken out are almost just as thick, so there's actually not that much difference between them. Okay, let's pop these in. Just as a matter of good practice, I'm going to use some fresh split links, because I've got a whole selection of them here, so it's this larger size. So I'll take a couple of brand new split pins and use those. Let's pop these new pads in. So see if I got that all aligned. I think I just need to go in just a little bit further. Get my split pins through. Yep, that's the first one through. It's the second one through. Just bend the end of those over. Okay, get that focused on there. Right, yeah, that's it. New pads in. So I can't do this without getting my hand in the way, so I'll just bend those over a little bit more neatly, and then I'll put the chrome cover back on. Right, that was a very simple job. Just one last thing I'm going to do, which I won't bother recording, and that's just check the fluid level in the master cylinder, because obviously I pushed the piston back in a little bit here when I took the old pads out and fitted the new pads, so that will have pushed fluid back up into the master cylinder reservoir. So I'll just check and make sure that that level is okay. And if I'm happy, if it's too high, I'll take a little bit out, but if I'm happy with that, that's it, job done. Go out and give them a go. Now obviously with them being new pads, take it gently until they bed in. Can't expect the performance to be brilliant on them straight away. They need to bed into to these discs before they'll work properly, but that usually doesn't take long. Just take it out for a couple of gentle rides and they should bed in, and then I'll report back on the performance and how it differs from the old pads. Okay, thanks for watching.